Hey, it's H here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for VECHAIN or VET. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Here on a higher time frame we have this as the first option. Previously we only had labeled this as a 1, 2, 3 and looking for wave 4. At that point we were looking these structures as impulse waves. Now currently we have already invalidated that idea as we have had this possible wave 4 come below here, the top of a wave. So that invalidates the idea of this being an impulse structure. This still can be a bullish structure just because we could label this as an ABC, ABC and ABC here into the third, looking for wave 4 and then fifth. Okay, but that is basically the only scenario I see as a bullish option at the moment. Now what clues did we have for this not to be a impulse wave structure is the extension here that we got for the wave 3. It's just around the 1.236 extension of the wave 1, which indicates that it's more likely to be a C wave of something rather than an impulse structure. Of course it can be also a diagonal, and this suggests that as well. Now the other option, the more bearish one, is this one where we have an A, B and C here. At this level, this structure can be part of so many things that I can't even count. We could be in a B, if we want to be bullish very long time frame, we could be saying that this is part of a correction that is something like this. And after this one, we would be rising higher. But we just don't know. We don't know what this price action is here, so it is really hard to say. This also could be just something like this, that we are correcting higher and then we are actually dumping down more and more. But just one scenario again. Let's get into the medium time frame. Let's take a look at the possibilities here. Maybe 4 hour. Yeah, there we go. Close this one for now. So in here we have a possible ABC here into W, ABC into X, ABC into Y, and that would complete a wave W here. Then ABC into X, and then we would be looking for three-way structure down here. Other possibilities where we have W wave here and have this as an ABC, then we have this next structure here as another WXY. Does not really matter how you label these, as currently the X wave is here either case or either way. Now after that point we would be looking for wave Y to be a three-way sequence of something, and then this correction should be over. At this point we have a couple of possibilities here as well, so let's get into them. I've labeled this as a possible A, B and C, A, B, C, and then we would be looking again another ABC. It is also possible that this A wave was already done here and B wave was very short and shallow, and now we would be looking for the C wave here. For the minimum retracement I usually go for the 38.2 here, but we did not get that. So it is still possible that we are still within this A wave here, and this whole structure is a five-way structure, and indeed we would have this low here as a third wave. That would give us a possibility of having something like this as the structure coming into the A wave. We would have divergence between the third and fifth, which we are looking for. The other option here is that we have just a simple zigzag here. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into A, three-way structure into B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into third. Of course it could be that we are already having this as a 1, 2. This would be substructures of the third wave, and third indeed was ending here. Both of these are possible. Let's take a look closer into this structure, what we have here. So before this video I had we had looked into this, let's close out the volume, we don't need it here, is that we had a W, X was either here or here, and then we were looking for one push higher. We did not get that, and the only place we have any kind of 0.618 extension here is this part here. So we have to be placing WXY here. Now I have an alteration here that would explain things a bit different, but we'll look into that in just a moment. Now as the WXY here ends on this high, we could be looking this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The substructure here is definitely not clean, but we can modify it to be a 5-way structure if we need it. Again, we don't have the 618 anywhere else fitting the whole WXY, so that is the only and sole reason why we have it here. And after that, we would be expecting some kind of a 5-way move, of course, as we are expecting this structure to be a 3-wave or something, then 4th, and then dump down again for the 5th. In here again, we had that 1, 2, then another 1, 2, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here into micro 1. Then we had the 3-way structure here into wave 2. After that point, let's zoom in a bit, maybe 30 minutes. We've had this possible 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. What I don't like about this is the fact that wave 1 here on this minuscule count is larger than the sub micro count here just before it, even though it is a lower degree. We can't really modify this into anything else. I didn't find any possibilities. Maybe there was some kind of diagonal here that I missed, but that would be the only option. We'll just roll with it though, or roll with this option though for the moment. Again, 3rd here, we get a low RSI reading here, 4th and 5th get that divergence in play, creates a 3rd of this larger structure here as a 1, 2 and 3 here. We barely got to the around the 1.618 here, so we could be expecting some kind of extension here. Wave 4 here, and let's take a look at that extension if we did have any. Wave 3, and there we go. We did get more than the 1-to-1 extension of the first wave here, but did not reach the 1.618. So we did not really have too large of an extension here on the 5th. Again, this is possible. Nothing unlikely happened here. The next thing is that we created this sub minuus count here of 3rd, which is again linked to this structure as a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I've labeled this first structure here as a B, C, and in the middle we would most likely have some kind of triangle pattern here. So it would be a zigzag. So in here, in 4, we would be expecting something other than zigzags. So here what I've got is a possible placement for wave 4, either here or just continuing, meaning that we have this first 3 waves, could be connecting to these 3 waves, and now we would be looking for 5 waves up to complete the wave 4. As at that point, we would be looking this as a B, and C structure as the wave 4. Okay. Why C wave instead of or ABC instead of a WXY is just because we got below the start point of the A wave, and that's that. This is still possible and most likely, just because we are running out of the subwave structures here. So this is to me the most probable case at the very moment, saying that wave 4 is right here. And then we would be looking for one more dump after we get some kind of correction upwards. The other scenario is this one, where we have a WX and a triangle in the wave Y. what I don't like about this is the fact that the RSI is not completely supporting it. It is supporting everything after this B point, giving us this trend line here and the upper trend line here as well, sort of. Of course, we do have this massive RSI number here on the X wave, giving us a bearish divergence on these tops between the this structure here and the E wave here. So if we are not looking at Elliott Wave stuff, but otherwise this looks pretty good as a triangle. We have very small slight angle here on the bottom, making it almost like a barrier triangle, where the bottom or the top is just a straight line horizontally. Again, the A wave started here, so we would have to call this a running triangle, in which we could say the reasoning for that is that we are reaching this A wave not that high in RSI as we did for the C wave here. So there is potential that this is the right count up to here. Now we need to look into this structure here to make sure or give the reasons why this is not that probable. Okay, so where Y ended here now, saying that we have a 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, these could be on a higher degree. This should be higher degree. Let me fix that. So this should be sub-minuet, and this should be micro. This should be sub-micro. There we go. So 1, 2, 1, 2. We have to say that this is a 1, 2. Otherwise, we're just going to run out of all of the degrees that we have here. Now, we have this structure here as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, generally, this is looking really bad overall. Usually, when we have these kind of structures, nested patterns, this is how it was supposed to look. We have the start of the wave structure up here, a 1, 2, 1, 2. This structure here in the middle is smaller than this one. Why? Well, because it is a lower, smaller degree wave. Same as this next one here, a 1, 2, smaller than the previous larger degree wave. What do we have here? A largest degree wave is the smallest. Then we have another one, or the next structure is smaller degree, but in price it is larger. Next one, again smaller degree than the previous one, but it is larger. This just does not make any sense. We would have to have this as some kind of I don't even know what that is. But again, it is possible, but it is very unlikely. And that's the reasoning why I'm thinking this is not the case overall. In any case, let's continue. This would have to be wave 2, 3, 4, and 5. At this point, we do have some kind of divergence here on the 3rd and 5th inside of this 5th wave, completing the 3rd of micro, 3-wave structure here into wave 4. Now, another thing that I don't like about this count is how small these degrees are here. Comparing this wave degrees here as a 1, 2, or even this 1, 2 here in micro, we can see the micro count here. This is the micro count, A, B, C. And here we have just this one as 1, 2. And even larger degree wave counts, we have this whole stuff as a WX. So it does not really make sense to compare these. In any case, again, we would have this as a wave 2, this would be wave 4. There's really no comparison with this structure size, even with this small one here. So this makes it even less probable. Same with the next one. In this case, we would have to force this or say this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be fine, but again, it does not have the right look. We would have to say that wave 5 is here. Then wave 4, again, is so much bigger than the start of this whole structure, this bit here. But yeah, no rules broken, I guess. We could just modify it to our waves or ways to look at the whole thing, and still we would be looking one more low here. So as you can see, we can manipulate all the counts as we wish, but again, it is not going to be very likely that this is the case. So currently my bias is still lying with this one, where we have the wave WXY ending here, and 1, 2, 3, looking for wave 4, and then 5 to come. And that is my bias and my analysis for VET for today. If you have other accounts you would like to share, there's a link to my Discord server in the description below. Also, if you would like me to update a certain other asset, let me know in the comments below. But again, for now, I thank you for watching and hopefully see you on the next video as well. Bye bye.